Hi there, I'm Nasa Azrai, and today I want to talk to you guys about collabing. I want to talk to you about how to arrange a collab, set up a collab, and then about the actual stream and any issues that can happen. I also want to touch on etiquette for collabs because I feel like some people may not understand there is a certain level of etiquette you should have. Start off, how to set up a collab. So I personally prefer to use X to advertise when I want to arrange a collab. I will post my little collaboration picture that you may have seen all over X. It's here on screen. And yeah, I will post in a couple of little groups advertising and hope that some people will reply. When they reply, I do a quick little dig into them to see if maybe would be a good fit, which is important to do. Don't just go, yes, somebody replied to my collab, I'm gonna collab with them. Do a little bit of research. I didn't do that for a while and end up with some lessons, things happening. It is very much important to look into the people you're planning on collabing with, just in case you may not be the right fit for each other. If you're more of a goofball when it comes to gaming and they are a more serious gamer, you may not fit together. So it might be better to avoid those types of collabs. You need to also check time zones and to make sure you guys can both collab. It's no point trying to arrange a collab if you guys have completely opposite time zones for completely opposite availabilities and you guys can't get a time to collab together. Unfortunately, that's just the way life is. Time zones happen and everyone has a life that makes it hard to arrange a collab. There's been plenty of collabs that I've been invited to that I've had to deny because I'm on a strict time when I can stream. Another thing when you're planning on setting up a collab is to either advertise yourself or look at other people who are advertising. There are plenty of people who want to collab. Look for them. Don't try and pester people who aren't looking for a collab. If they wanted to collab, they would be asking. Setting up for the collab can take quite a bit if you have never collabed before. I would personally recommend using reactives, as shown on screen, link below, where it will pop up the person as they talk, just to help differentiate between voices and help people figure out who is who. This just makes it a bit easier for everyone involved, including your chat. Your audience will need to know who is who, unless you're me and you go nicknaming everyone. That can make it a bit confusing. So when it comes to reactives, you can have two types. You can either have it so it's individual people, or you can have it where it's just one source and everyone's in a line. You do what you think is best for you. For me, when it comes to a normal everyday stream, I do it where everyone's in a line. But when I do it in my D&D campaign, because of the way I had the layout, I prefer to do it where I have it separated so I can have people under the names and the DM separated completely from us. It just makes it so much easier to have everyone where they need to be, ready for every week. Maybe advertiser, I'm playing blah 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 with blah 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 on blah 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 date. This will try and generate a bit of hype for it, and if you're both doing it, you might have a better turnout of viewers and get more support. I would also say try and arrange where you are going to be for the collab. So personally, I try to invite people to my Discord if I'm the one arranging the collab, and if I'm inviting people into my collab. I can create a little section where it will just be for the people involved in the collab, chat, get to know each other, and if it's any issues, just to bring it up there, just to help get it out beforehand. Some people prefer to meet the people they're collabing with beforehand. Just a little quick Discord call to chat with them. If that's what you prefer, do it. Hopefully, people will be able to fit time in their schedule to do so. I've done it once or twice when people have asked me, but I don't require it. I just kind of hope for the best. one important thing to remember, it's the same with every stream. There is gonna be scuff. Things will break. It happens. Unfortunately, you're gonna need to do some rearranging. Take Chloe here, for example. She hasn't been talking for the past few days because something in the system that she uses is broke. So she's just kind of here looking pretty. My mic has also been an issue lately. It's decided to try and sound like it's underwater for some reason. So I have been trying to fix that constantly. Issues happen, scuff happens. You have to deal with it. The stream. Now, the stream can be quite daunting if you've never collabed before. You want to do well, you hope everything's fine, and more than likely it will go fine. But there are a few things I do want to touch on that I have had bad experiences with when I've collabed. So, for starters, if you're bringing a friend to the collab, especially if they themselves are not a streamer or a content creator, or if you think they don't fit with the way the person you're collabing with plays, it could lead to issues during the stream. So, for instance, I invited someone to a collab, they brought in a friend. That was fine. I knew they had a friend beforehand that they were bringing in. First stream wasn't too bad because there was so much scuff due to lobby issues with the game. The second time I tried to collab with them, the friend was a bit tryhardy and was getting annoyed at me for just trying to play the game and not doing exactly what he said. I get it can be frustrating to play with someone who is newer to the game and wants to just goof off and have fun, but you don't be rude to them, especially when you're not collabing. If you were invited as a guest to a collab, you need to just back off and just let them enjoy the collab. You were invited as a guest. If you invited the person as a guest, I hate to say it, but you need to step in and tell them to back off. If you can tell that they're making someone uncomfortable, tell them to back off. Even if it's just in a quick DM to them, tell them to back off and to let up. Because I have personally not tried to contact that streamer, play with them again, because of their friend's behavior towards. Another thing I really should emphasize, if you don't talk during a collab, what's the point of collabing? I get some people are shy. I can be quite awkward as well, but you do need to try and talk and communicate and just chat a bit to try and get your personality across to them. Now, I know it can be hard, especially when you have a lot of voices. Trust me, I did 2v8 with 8 VTubers. I set that up and that was chaos. But it's. You just have to try and talk. Now, on the flip side, there are some people who are very talkative, very opinionated, and very loud. And that's fine. Sometimes you just have to try and talk over them, especially if it's very important stuff that you need to say. I would definitely say if someone in your chat has said something and you really want to reply to it, try and say over it. Or get a mute or mute and deafen button for your Discord so you can just quickly turn yourself off from them so you can chat with your chat if you feel like you're not able to communicate over the people. I'd say another big thing that I would highly recommend doing is if the person you're collabing with has been raided, let them talk. Know when to shut up. I'm bad at it myself. Sometimes I get really excited and overhyped, but we need to learn to shut up and let other people have a little moment to welcome in raiders. It's fine. Say, welcome, blah, blah, blah. You know, just to welcome them in and make them feel welcome. But don't be the main show. If they were raiding into a different person, let them be the main show and hope that they would let you be the main show if you were the ones raided. Finally, the point that kind of put me to do this video, don't be rude. Whether you're streaming or not, If you have been invited to play a game or to collaborate, don't be rude to the streamer who invited you. It's I had a situation recently that has meant I am not going to collaborate with this person anymore because of how they treated me on stream. So I would say if you are invited to someone's stream and you see something they've worked hard on and you choose to mock it and pull it apart piece by piece, don't be surprised if that person doesn't want anything to do. Which I do want to highlight to you guys. If this happens, give your mods permission to kick and ban the person. My mods now have the permission to do that. They can do it if they feel like it is justified. I will happily deal with the consequences afterwards, but I'm not gonna let that shit happen again. Boundaries should be put in place, and mean girl behavior does not have a place in the VTube community. Most of us are fully grown adults with lives. We don't have time for this. The collab's ended, so what next? Well, that's for you to decide. Did you have fun with this collab? Do you enjoy playing with this person? If you did, then keep in touch. Invite them to collabs. This might sound a bit hypocritical from me, as I'm pretty bad at doing this, but you should try. I'm pretty bad as I'm a little bit self-conscious about bugging people. I know I can get on people's nerves, so I try to take a step back from it. But that doesn't mean you should. If you want to try to collab with this person in the future, ask them. Hope for the best. Maybe they'll join you again. What I personally do to advertise collabs is I have a collab advertisement section and I will offer it. I will also use websites like sign up if I know I'm doing a huge event, such as this 100-day event where I'm posting daily. I have started putting in collab spaces and I'm getting quite a lot of collabs. Other times I just see if people want to show up randomly. It happens and it's fun. Overall, I do hope this video helps a little bit in just understanding how to set up a collab, how to collab, and how not to act during a collab. I hope it helped. Bye, guys.